The things that I get.
What's up? You good? Hope you're having a great day. Today we're going to be sorting out this. We're going to be sorting out all of this because, to be completely honest with you, it's a little bit of a mess. We're going to be sorting out these as well because they've been like this since I moved into this house in January 2023. Yeah, I haven't made a single change. So it's time to revamp, it's time to fix, it's time to pop it, lock it.
She's really good.
Yeah, also it's unstable. And I have broken Icarus here. Let me show you. This guy over here, I've broken him twice. This wing and this wing. And it's because these books are so unstable that they keep falling and everything keeps shaking and falling. On my head, I might add. That statue and the mirror and everything else on top of the mirror has fallen on my head, my skull. So maybe that's the way I am, but what can I do about it? I am me. Now, the thing is, I don't want to have a second left to change my mind about this because I know once I start khalas, there's no turning back. So I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna go, whoa. So let's begin. I don't know where to start. There's no turning back now. Yeah. Well, let's begin. Zigzag across the floor. Oh, I'm regretting my decision. Let's move the valuables. This one is the one I've been waiting to do because this is the one that has given me countless concussions.
في رمضان.
Oh my god! I forgot about this. Damn, you've been back there for a good 8 months. Sorry, bestie. This just doesn't make sense. I haven't consumed this much. But I'm looking at them and I have read them. I don't understand. Why is there soap between my books? Oh, I've been looking for you. Swap them out. I've been looking for you too. I'm having a lot of fun. Oh my god, there's so many books. I should have done this in parts. I should have done that side and then this side. Why am I doing this? And you get a laptop. And you get a laptop. And you get a laptop. And you. Oh wait, I was actually looking for that one. I was literally just about to buy it. And I was like, no, I'm pretty sure that I have a copy of this. And there it was.
Oh my god.
I'm okay. It's painful right now, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm gonna be honest with you. So, what I'm planning on doing is going to entail making a much bigger mess before shrinking the mess. Just bear with me, trust the process, let me land, let me tell you the story, let me tell you how it's gonna work. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through them. And I'm gonna take all of the books that I have read and I'm gonna throw them.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Over there. And all the books that I haven't read, I'm gonna throw over there. I think. Where do I want them to go? Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to have either side of my mirror, which is books I have read, books I haven't read. But I know I have way more books that I have read than books I haven't read. But I want to organise them. So I have more books that I have read than what I haven't read. Fucking how many times am I going to say that? So I'm going to put them there because there's more space there. Okay. I think that sounds like a really good plan, actually. I'm really proud of myself for that. That sounds like a really good plan because it's still making a double mess, but it's giving me the middle. It's giving me the middle so I can function, so I can think. The classics are going to stay separate because I like to have a mini pile of them in front of my mirror so that I can pretend to be like a intellectual. Smells good. Would I put DNF on books I read or books I didn't read? I'm gonna put it on red because I don't want to ever see them again. Separate them! I mean, I pretended to read this for uni. I didn't actually read it, but a lie is only powerful when you keep it up, so it's going in that pile. One of the worst books I've ever read in my life. Oh my god, a little story about reading this book. I got into an argument with a girl about it in first year university during our module discussion of it. So we got to, it's a collection of short stories, and in one of the short stories, it is essentially one of those like soldier, military apologist stories, and we were all discussing it. And I think I was the only, well, I was the only person of colour. I think the colour of my skin as I say that sentence should tell you enough, but I was the only ethnic person in that group. And so I was the only person to say, I just feel like you're trying to convince us to feel sorry for this man who went to another country he had no business in being in, and partook in an army he had no business being a part of, and killed people he had no business killing, and now feels guilty about it. Like, you're telling us that we should feel sorry for him. And so I got into this argument with a girl because she was like, well, you don't know, some people don't have a choice, they have to. I'm sorry, you do have a choice. You have a choice to either enlist and murder people, or not enlist and be ashamed. If I had to, I don't know about you, if I had to choose between like being ostracized from one particular part of society and killing people, I think I know my option. And it was like a good 10-minute argument, and mate, let me just tell you, I won the argument is all I'm gonna say. And it basically she kept on going like, some people, they feel ashamed, you know, their family, she's not American, I don't know why I'm giving her this accent, but she was like, their families make them feel ashamed for not enlisting. And I'm like, alright, well, if your family made you feel ashamed for not being racist, would you be racist? Silence in the room. Silence in the room. It was really fun, actually. In case you were wondering how much I care about to-do lists, I just found a to-do list shoved between a pile of books that hasn't been touched in about 6 months. I'm just gonna stack them up whatever which way, just to get them out of the way, essentially. So let's have a chit chat. Should I tell you guys why I don't have a bookcase? So I broke a nail is what I did. So I only moved into this flat a year ago, literally 2023 I moved in. I've officially been here for just over a year, and the place I was in before, the house that I was in, was a lot bigger in terms of like how much you're not stable. In terms of how much floor space and just furniture space I had. So in that place, I also had less books. I think I had about 100 books less than I do now. And so in that room, I had enough space for a big bookcase. Like, I had a bookcase, I had all of my books in there. And even then, my books were strewn on the floor around my mirror because I just feel like I liked the way that it looked. And then when we were moving and I saw this room, because we didn't buy this place furnished. So when we were moving, I saw the size of the room before there was any furniture in it, and I was like, this is deceptive, because the second you put furniture into any space, the space shrinks, especially if, you know, you're putting like big bulky stuff that fit books in them. And so what I did was, when I was measuring all of the furniture that I wanted for my room, I took the exact measurements and I created little tape and blanket sizes of those measurements and placed them all around my room to figure out what the best like interior design for it would be. And the structure that it's in right now is what I figured would be the best space-wise. And I could have also gotten away with having bookcases along this wall, that just like stopping before the wardrobe. But the issue would have been then that I had nowhere to put my mirror. Or I could have put my mirror on that side there, but then that would mean that that wall is just a mirror. But I think people really underestimate the power of what a mirror can do to your bedroom, and I feel like having my mirror placed here, which is right in the middle of this wall, right in front of my bed, and right between a window that faces another mirror, really brings the room to life. It really makes the room look a lot bigger than it actually is. And it's because it brings in light. The light comes in here, it beats off of that mirror, it beats off of this mirror, and it walks back into my room, and you walk in and it's just like, oh, like it's so big. So I decided I'm not going to get a bookcase, because a bookcase would interfere with my mirror being here, but it would also interfere with how much daylight really comes into my room, because my window isn't very big. God, these are a lot of books. So I decided, you know what? When I had a bookcase, I still liked the way that my other books looked when they were framing my mirror. So why not just do that again, but with all of my books? And here we are. And then again, it also meant that I would never have to consistently reorganize my bookcase every time I got new books or every time I needed more space, because all I had to do was just take my trinkets off of the top of the pile and put a book on. Now that clearly has proven inconvenient, but if I have to like do this every year and a half, I'm not going to complain, because it's still better than when I had to do it every 2 weeks. So the pile is back because I moved them all here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go size order. So again, I'm going to take all the biggest books and I'm going to take the hardbacks, and they're going to start us up from the bottom, again for stability, because that was my mistake last time. I did it there, which is why it wasn't wonky, and I didn't do it here, which is why it was. Just FYI, in case anyone cares about this stuff, I will not be organising them alphabetically or even in terms of series. If I've got Sarah J. Maas, we don't speak about her on this channel. If I've got one of her books here, I'm not going to put them all on top of each other because I just don't care that much, to be completely honest with you. Progress has been made. Now, it goes up quite high, so what I'm going to do is just get started on the TBR one, just because I have less... Are my socks dirty? Sorry. Just because I have less books on my physical TBR than I do on books I've actually read. So I'm going to start on these with some of the books I have read just to make them even, otherwise I'm going to be very stressed out. So that's what we're going to be doing now. This is actually going to require organisation because I have some favouritism over these and which ones I actually want to read before the others. So it's going to take a while to decide. I'm going to find all the ones I want to read first, and then I'm going to put them here so that then I don't care how the others go. I like to have my hardback classics here just in front of my mirror because I just really like the way that they look. But I still have a whole pile of other classics that needed to go here, and now it's uneven. So all of that I just did. Oh no, oh no.